Good morning, everybody. In just a few minutes, we're going to be calling things to order and getting started. We thank you for your patience.
What? Both my camera and my microphone aren't working. I'm going to try to sign in again.
Mark, we can actually hear you loud and clear.
Oh, good. Now I can hear you. My
Yeah,
camera's still not working, but let's proceed.
Okay. Are you want it? We're okay to start?
Sure.
Okay. All righty. Okay. At 10:02, we're going to call the meeting of the Board of Commissioners for Center County Government to order. It is Tuesday, April 6th. And if you would please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay. At this time, we are going to accept public comment for items not appearing on our agenda. If there's anybody who would like to make public comment, feel free to unmute yourself and offer public comment at this time. Okay, we're seeing and hearing no one for public comment for items that are not on the agenda. If there is public comment as items come on the agenda, feel free to again unmute yourself and offer comment at that time. We're going to move into our meeting minutes from the meeting we held on Tuesday, March 30th. Is there a motion to approve those minutes?
Motion to approve the minutes from the March 30th Board of Commissioners meeting.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded. Any final discussion on the meeting minutes? Hearing none, all in favor of approving the minutes do so by saying aye. Aye.
Aye.
The motion is carried. Okay, we're going to head into Proclamation 6 of 2021. And for this proclamation, we have the District Attorney for Center County, Bernie Cantorna, with us. And we also have from CenterSafe, Dawn McKee and Sarah McPherson. So we are pleased and honored to have you all here with us today to discuss the importance of raising awareness for Sexual Assault Awareness Month. And we'd love to hear from you all and talk about the important work that you're each doing on this. So please, if we wanted to turn it to Dawn, and then we can turn it to our District Attorney Cantorna.
Okay, so good morning, everyone, and thank you for inviting us to your meeting and for your support of not only CenterSafe, but Sexual Assault Awareness Month and the work that we do to raise awareness. My name's Dawn McKee. I work at CenterSafe as a Special Projects Coordinator, and one of the special projects I work on is during the month of April, how we can let community members and survivors know about services that are available to them. There's other staff from CenterSafe's outreach and education team here. If you want to introduce Sarah, if you want to introduce yourself and tell us a little bit about the work that you do at CenterSafe, and then I'll continue with some of the activities that we have planned for the month of April.
Sure. Thank you, Dawn. I'm Sarah McPherson. I'm the director of the outreach and education team. And we also have Brittany Sherman and Sarah Eisenberg joining from the team as well. But what our team, we work with Dawn, and we do a lot of the eliminating violence work as a part of the CenterSafe mission in doing education programs, trainings, doing a lot of work with youth and young folks, doing social justice work, running our social media accounts, and putting together events for Sexual Assault Awareness Month, Domestic Violence Awareness Month, any number and variety of things that we've got going on all the time. But thank you for having us and for recognizing this month.
Of course. Thank you, Dawn. Thank you, Sarah. And over to District Attorney Cantorna, please. Bernie, we'd love to hear from you about the important work your office is doing.
Thank you. It's a partnership between our office, victim advocates in the state, in the police departments, and the advocates at CenterSafe. It really is it's a team response, and it's important. We thank you for recognizing both Sexual Assault and Child Abuse Prevention Month. There are advocates both at CenterSafe, advocates in our office, there to listen, hear victim stories, and keep people safe. So thank you very much for recognizing and acknowledging that.
Commissioner Pipe, if I could just talk a little bit about some of the activities that we're doing to help raise awareness. As we mentioned, April is both Child Abuse Prevention Month and Sexual Assault Awareness Month, and CenterSafe has collaborated with Children and Youth Services, the Children's Advocacy Center, Youth Service Bureau, and the YMCA of Center County to raise awareness about these issues and to let survivors know, most importantly, what resources are available for them and that we support them here in Center County. And I just have to say the collaboration amongst all the organizations and the support we have received has just been absolutely amazing. Since we can't have large gatherings as we have had in the past, we're asking clients, children, staff, people that are involved with these agencies to paint kindness rocks and to chalk the walk. Kindness Rocks is a virtual trend where people paint rocks with inspirational messages or sayings, and then they leave them in public places. And I think if you go out in front of the courthouse today, walk around, you'll see a couple of those rocks in the courthouse lawn. And the intention is to spread kindness and support to survivors in our community. Chalk the Walk is another way to raise awareness about child abuse and sexual assault and to spread joy and optimism and inspiration through the magical power of sidewalk chalk. The Chalk the Walk messages will be chalked in front of each of the participating agencies and organizations. Some of the messages that we're asking people to include are to be kind, protect our children, that we believe survivors, everyone deserves to be safe, and to stop the abuse. We've also reached out to community leaders to do a short video clips to help raise awareness about these issues and to let survivors know that everyone in Center County deserves to be safe. These are the services that our agency can provide for you and how to access services. The videos will then be posted on the above mentioned agency social media sites. So if you're a friend on Facebook with CenterSafe and you see something that you feel comfortable sharing, that's the intention, is to spread the word throughout our community. What we've talked about with these organizations is that 1 month alone isn't enough to solve the serious problems and the widespread issue of sexual violence and child abuse. But the attention that April will generate is an opportunity to energize and expand prevention efforts throughout the year. And that's exactly what we've agreed to do as collaborating agencies. We're not going to stop doing this awareness raising April 30th. our intention is to continue to do this throughout the year, because we recognize that this is a time to celebrate the good things that we do here in Center County, to raise awareness about these issues, and most importantly, to let people know about what services are available. And that together as a community, not just one organization, but as a community, we can definitely make a difference. Thank you. I don't know if anybody else has anything else that they want to add or questions.
Thank you, Dawn.
Welcome.
Yeah, it's always a powerful time when you come in and Center Safe, the district attorney's office comes in to talk about the important work that's happening. So we appreciate always. And as you said, this isn't just 1 month, it's year round. And so we thank you again for coming and for all the work you do year round. We appreciate it very much. And the collaboration you highlighted is so crucial to facing this issue and working on it. So thank you for partnering with all those great groups as you always do. We appreciate it. We'll pause for other comments before we look for a motion to approve and adopt the proclamation. Any other comments?
Just like to thank Don, Center Safe, and all the other stakeholders. Reducing violence definitely takes a village, or in our case, a small city. We need to work on this every single day, to Don's point, not just for 1 month a year. The effects of this type of violence echoes throughout a person's lifetime, also affects their children, sometimes even their grandchildren. So let's all work together to do what we can on this particular issue. Thanks.
I just want to, first of all, I want to acknowledge Center Safe for the great work they do, but I really want to acknowledge the law enforcement agencies in Center County and the fantastic job that they do in the fight against sexual assault, and particularly District Attorney Bernie Cantorna, who has led the fight in that regard. I think it's also important to note that we have a great partnership with the State College Police Department and their detectives to work on this issue up front. But I really think that law enforcement in Center County has done a really amazing job of leading the fight, and with District Attorney Cantorna's leadership, that really has blossomed. So we want to thank you all.
Okay. And then, and thank you to my colleagues and everybody who's made comments today. I think at this time, we're going to look for a motion to adopt the proclamation.
Motion to adopt proclamation number 6 of 2021, proclaiming the month of April 2021 as Sexual Assault Awareness Month.
I would like to second that.
It's been moved and seconded. Any final discussion on this? Hearing and seeing none, all those in favor do so by saying aye. Aye.
Aye.
Aye.
The motion is carried. Okay. Once again, thank you everybody for being here, and we will again attend and work on this topic going forward. And again, thank you for such the important work on this. Thank you again, Dawn, Sarah, and to Mr. Cantorna.
Thank you. Have a good rest of your day.
You as well. Thank you.
You too.
Thank you, Don.
Thank you.
Bye.
Okay, we do not have anything for the COVID-19 planning and response topic today, but we will in future weeks. We have one contract for financial management, and we will turn that over to Margaret at this time.
Much. This is a contract renewal with Pitney Bowes for the ZenPro P3000 postage machine that's here in our Willowbank office building. This is a 5-year contract, total of $38,160.60. And it covers the period of May 1st, 2021 through April 30th of 2026.
Okay, thank you, Margaret. Is there a motion to add the contract renewal with Pitney Bowes to next week's consent agenda?
Motion to add the contract renewal with Pitney Bowes to next week's consent agenda.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded. All those in favor say aye. Aye.
Aye.
Aye.
The motion is carried. Okay, thank you, Margaret. And then for 5 items for mental health, intellectual disabilities, and early intervention, we'll turn it over to Natalie Corman. Good morning, Natalie.
Good morning. So the first 3 items are contract addendums that we continue to work on with our providers. as services have continued throughout this fiscal year. So Brockerhoff House Corporation is Rep Payee Services for us. Our CARES of Central Pennsylvania. There's a lot of intellectual disability services, community-based wise, as well as St. Francis University really helps us in terms of intellectual disability services and support of indicators for us, to help with our services that we offer in the community. So those 3 contracts are just reflective of our fiscal year, July 1, 2020 through June 30th, 2021. Number 4 is a letter of agreement with the Behavioral Health Alliance of Rural Pennsylvania and Community Care Behavioral Health. So probably about a year and a half ago, I'd come to the board with the fact that our community care managed care contract was expiring between community care and our Office of Mental Health and Substance Abuse. Center County is in with 23 other counties with that contract. And so moving forward, July 1, BHARP will be representing those 24 counties with the contract with Community Care Behavioral Health. And what's important about this is CCBH, as we call them, provides the funding for services, both mental health and substance abuse for individuals with Medicaid, medical assistance. So we are a partner with them throughout our services and our providers and the development of services and providers in our community. And with this new contract moving forward, the letter of agreement just really shows the partnerships that we have stronger now, with BHARP being representative of the 24 counties along with the managed care, to make sure that we continue to have quality services that are available to members and residents in our community. So this letter of agreement reflects that new contract that will start July 1, 2021. And the final item is a submission of a revised early intervention fiscal report for fiscal year 2019 and 2020. We had a $1 difference that came up on the spreadsheet, and we needed to adjust that $1 revenue. And any adjustments we make to our fiscal reports requires commissioner signature. And what it is that it reflects the, I will get the correct amount, $1,033,542 worth of early intervention services that we provided in Center County, both from service coordination that we provide, along with the actual services in home that our providers do for our families in Center County. So that report just reflects the minor change that we had to make to the state.
Okay, thank you, Natalie. For item B, or I'm sorry, item 4, a quick question on that. We were discussing this, if memory serves, prior to March of 2020, before the pandemic. Has the timeline for this shifted at all due to the pandemic, or are we, that July 1st date, was that still what was planned many months ago?
It actually moved up a little bit.
Oh,
I think
okay.
they're actually supposed to start 2022, but
Wow.
the work of BHARP along with the counties and the state and managed care, we collectively put our bid out to the managed care companies earlier than we expected. Community Care was the awarded bid of that managed care company. So we actually have been able to move this forward throughout the pandemic without any concerns or issues in terms of the service and the managed care company that we move forward with. Which is good.
Fantastic. Okay, great. Excellent. Okay. All right. Any other questions, comments before we look for a motion to approve these 5 items?
None.
Okay.
No.
All right. We'll look for the motion.
Motion to approve the 5 items for mental health, intellectual disability, and early intervention.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded. Any final discussion on these items? Hearing none, all in favor say aye. Aye.
Aye.
Aye.
The motion is carried. Thank you, Natalie.
Thank you.
Moving into our grants section, we have one item from Planning and Community Development on an updated citizen participant plan for CDBG program. Ray, anything to add on this before we turn it over to Missy?
No, we've had a citizen participation plan with our community development block program in the past. It sets forth policies and procedures for our citizen participation throughout the CDBG process, including public hearings, accessibility for low to moderate income populations, and it's designed to maximize an opportunity for that citizen participation. And in light of COVID-19, we're recommending an update to consider other means of maximizing the participation opportunities that citizens have here in Center County with the program. I'll let Mitzi go into the detail on what we're adding. She's our CDBG administrator from CEDACOG, and she could discuss this amendment further.
Good morning. DCED recently put forth a new template for a slightly more detailed citizen participation plan for the CDBG program to ensure that anyone that has an impairment such as hearing, vision, or mobility, or language access has a technical assistance means to be able to attend the hearings and meetings and participate in the CDBG program. Also, due to COVID restrictions that are still in place to allow the virtual hearings to occur rather than in person, that is included in this new citizen participation plan.
Okay, fantastic. Thank you, Ray. Thank you, Mitzi. Any questions, comments, feedback on the updated participant plan for citizens to offer comment on our CDBG program?
None.
Okay,
No.
okay. Would we like to make a motion?
Motion to add the updated citizen participation plan to next week's consent agenda.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded. Any final discussion on this? Hearing none, all in favor say aye. Aye.
Aye.
Aye.
The motion is carried. Ray and Mitzi, thank you once again. Have a great day.
Thank you,
too.
commissioners.
We will look to approve today's consent agenda that's in front of us. Is there a motion to approve the consent agenda?
Motion to approve today's consent agenda.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded. Any final discussion on the consent agenda? Hearing none, all in favor say aye. Aye.
Aye.
Aye.
The motion has carried. Okay, we're going to head down to administrator's report and turn it back to Margaret.
Yes, thanks very much. Resolution 1 of 2021 provides the authority for the county administrator to execute financial documents that do not exceed $10,000, and only in those circumstances where the funding for those items has been approved and allocated within the county's 2021 budget or previously approved in public session. And the resolution also calls for a quarterly report to be made to the Board of Commissioners identifying the contracts that were approved. I have provided that list to our Board of Commissioners. There are 37 contracts on the list, and 28 of the 37 are actual renewals. The amounts of the contracts span from $100 to $9,950, so they span the entire range. That's my report for the first quarter of 2021.
Okay, thank you, Margaret. Any questions on any of the items that are in the first quarter report?
No, just thanks for handling that for us, Margaret. It gets sometimes a little too crazy if we're approving $100 and $250 and $1,000 contracts.
Okay, thank you, Margaret, again for the report, and we will move forward then with a discussion item here, and this is for the Historic Bellefonte Incorporated, or HBI, and there's a request for some historic tablets.
Sure. I don't think they're on, Mike. You want me to handle it? So I've got some of the details.
Yes, I do not. Yeah, it doesn't look like they're on. So please, if you would, Commissioner, thank you.
Sure. Wish my camera was working because they sent some really cool looking historical pictures. Historic Bellefonte Inc. has been working hard to identify more tablet locations in Bellefonte Borough and some of the closer in portions of Spring and Boggs Townships, also possibly even Benner. They've reached the point where they're ordering them about a half a dozen or so at a time, which definitely keeps the costs down. They were hoping that the commissioners would fund a tablet commemorating the Brockerhoff house. Funny that we mentioned that earlier today. Obviously, architecturally and historically, a very significant building in downtown Bellefonte, and one that the county still obviously has ongoing connections with. And at this point, since they've already put up at their by their own labors, the nice one for the courthouse, which is on the diamond, and they'll be putting one up for the jail. They are requesting that the commissioners would please consider funding one for the Brockerhoff House. I believe they've got the cost down now to only $280 per tablet. These are modern style, easy to read, long lasting, kind of anti-graffiti, anti-vandalism setups. Obviously, if businesses in downtown Bellefonte or close in surrounding areas would like to fund one for themselves for one of their own buildings, they're happy to work with you. Or even families could put one up if they'd like. Historic Bellefonte will do the research, work with you on the artwork, and handle all the details, all for $280. There are questions from the administrator or my fellow commissioners on the topic.
No, it sounds like a great idea. We've had a long relationship with the Brockerhoff House, and it currently provides homes for many residents of Bellefonte. So I would support the tablet.
Agreed. I think it'd be a nice addition to downtown Bellefonte. In addition, it would literally be as we all know, within eyesight of the courthouse. So it's something that it has a close connection to Center County government. So I think that would be absolutely a nice addition.
Wonderful. I've got some paperwork that I can give to Margaret to move things along. They also have one potential nice photo for us. I wish I could show it to you, but it's of the Brockerhoff House. I would guess it's somewhere around the turn of 2 centuries ago, because there's a horse and buggy hitched up right at the corner there by where the courthouse annex currently stands. It's some nice striped awnings up on the building, which is funny because I think they're now putting awnings back up in front of some of the windows. So that's wonderful. I'll drop the paperwork off with Margaret, and I will let Historic Bellefonte know that we'll be working with them soon on the project. Thanks. Thanks to my fellow commissioners. Thank you.
Absolutely. Absolutely. All right. Thank you, Commissioner. And then I think we're going to stay with you and have the check run if you wanted to report out on that.
Sure. Very average check run, $1,425,714.43. Major reason why we made it up to average today was a check to AMI, Expeditionary Healthcare, for the COVID testing, recently moved to the Patton Township Municipal Building. But before it was at the old Comcast building, and then before that at the mall, for $251,196.91. Margaret can correct me if I'm wrong, but I think that would cover just about a month of the AMI testing. And I believe the county sponsored that for about 19 weeks. And again, thanks to Margaret, her staff, finance, and some other departments for making that happen, seeing as we were the first county in the state to fund the free, no appointment COVID-19 testing. Facebook friend of mine was putting up in the comments on Saturday, I desperately need a COVID test and I need one now. So I responded, go to the Patton Township Municipal Building, and a half hour later, she says, I'm here and they're getting ready to give me the test. So still being used in the community. So would like to make a motion to approve the check run dated April 1st.
Second.
The check run has been moved and seconded. Any final discussion on it? Hearing none. All those in favor say aye. Aye?
Aye.
Aye.
The check run has been approved. Okay. We're going to turn it over to Commissioner Dersham for the voter registration report today.
Well, regrettably, I do not have a voter registration report. The Sure system was unable to print one out this morning, so I will have to defer until next week.
Okay, thank you, Commissioner. All right, and let's see. We have then no announcements, but Margaret, do we have any executive sessions to report or to hold?
No executive sessions to report or to hold.
Okay, thank you. At this time, we will entertain any questions from the press before we adjourn our meeting. Is there any questions from the press at this time?
Hi, this is Marley with the CDT. I just had one question related to tax filing deadlines in Pennsylvania. So while the state has extended the filing deadline for state income tax returns, local returns are still due on April 15th. And I was just hoping the board could speak to why that is or give additional context based on communication from the state, just to clear up potential confusions from residents in Center County.
Sure, and that would be for earned income tax, that date. And we do not, as a county, we do not collect that earned income tax. Our deadline, that would be really the first one approaching, would be the April 30th deadline to get a 2% discount on folks' county property taxes. And so that date is still set. So the 2% discount is until the 30th. And then once we roll over into May, it's the face value, and then the late fee or the 10% increase is a little bit later in the year. So we have not, our dates have not changed as well for 2021. In 2020, we did move back the late fee back into September. But again, still our dates have not changed. My understanding about the earned income tax and for local governments is that date needs to be changed by statute or a law from the General Assembly and the governor, where municipalities can't change that earned income tax filing deadline.
Thank you. That's all that I had.
Okay, great. Thank you, Marley. Anything for us today, Chris? Y'all good? Okay. All right. All right. So we're looking for a motion then to adjourn, and it'll be at 10:32.
Motion to adjourn at 10:32.
Second.
All those in favor of adjourning, do so by saying aye.
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 The motion has carried. Thank you all. Have a great day.